Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has ranted against Israel at a rally in the state. Vijayan has stated that India must stop buying weapons from quote-unquote the biggest terrorist nation. He was speaking at the Palestine Solidarity rally organized by the ruling Left Democratic Front. Vijayan has stated that the Bharatiya Janata Party stand with Israel should not be seen as the official position of the nation and that he stands with Palestine. Remember, viewers, Vijayan had taken action against a pro-Hamas rally that was organized in Kerala, where a Hamas leader, a Hamas terrorist in fact, was made VIP to join virtually at the event. Now Vijayan has come out in support of Palestine, calling Israel a quote-unquote terrorist country. He says that weapons brought from India are being used to kill innocent people in Palestine. Remember, viewers, there was a zero action that was taken place on the rally that had taken place in Kerala. This was, of course, a Hamas rally where a senior terrorist was called as a VIP guest. But right now, fresh statements coming in from Kerala Chief Minister. With me on the broadcast is my colleague Akshat Gupta. Akshat, over to you for more details. Well, it seems that Akshat is not with us on the broadcast. Meanwhile, joining us is Mr. Sanjeev Srivastav, International Affairs expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. We have seen, pro-Palestine protests rage across the world, but what had taken place in Kerala was something else entirely. There was a rally that had taken place where a Hamas terrorist had been invited and he had been treated as a VIP guest. There was no action taken by the Kerala government on that, and now the Chief Minister of Kerala has termed Israel as quote-unquote the biggest terrorist nation. Israel, we have seen on October 7th, has suffered itself from Hamas's terror. Hamas had sown terror across Israel. It had killed more than 1,400 innocent Israelis, taken more than 200 people hostage. So what do you make of these remarks by the Kerala CM?
Well, Pia, I think such remarks are not acceptable because Government of India's foreign policy is determined by the central government, and our Ministry of External Affairs is the main, department which is responsible for taking such calls and making such statements. I think chief ministers of our nation, they should refrain from making those statements on foreign policy matters, on defense policy matters, and that's the mandate of the central government, and that's the mandate of the Ministry of External Affairs. So I think officially, I think such remarks are not acceptable. I do not think that anybody is going to take those remarks seriously. But yes, it appears that the Kerala Chief Minister is very much driven by his domestic political considerations, and based on those considerations, he is making remarks on the issue which is of national importance, which is of international importance. And obviously, while making remarks on the issues of national security, foreign policy, national and international importance, I think all caution and care must be taken, and I think that kind of work should be left to the central government. And in my assessment, our government of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, has taken a very right stand on this issue of Israel's war against terrorism. And obviously, this is not a war against the people of Gaza. This is not a war against between Israel and Palestine. This is not war between Arab and Israel. This is not war between Jews and Muslims. This is war which Israel has waged is against terrorism. This horrific attack which the Hamas terrorist organization they carried out on Israel on October 7, in which more than 1,400 innocent lives were lost. They were brutally, murdered, butchered, and I think Kerala Chief Minister must not forget that fact. And also, at the same time, they have taken about more than 200 people hostages in their territory, and they are not releasing yet. So that also must be kept in mind. And also what we are seeing at this point of time, Pia, in Gaza, that Hamas is using the innocent people of Gaza as human shields. They are putting forward, women and children in the various such locations where they are hiding, so that these, women and children and elderly people come in a harm's way when Israel is operating against them. So I think such kind of inhuman, barbaric, cruel, face of Hamas has been exposed, and Israel is well within its right, and the very right step Israel is taking against Hamas, and that kind of a terror organization must be, decimated and destroyed. So I think war against terrorism on this front, I think there has to be unity of voice, and there has to be solidarity when the international community is fighting this war. Let me remind that here among those more than 200 people which Hamas has taken hostage, a lot of people from the various other countries.
Indeed.
It's an international situation. So I think Kerala Chief Minister must be, mindful of those facts, the horrible and act which has been done by Hamas, and after such considerations only, and to support our government's resolve and international community's resolve to fight against terrorism, he should make such remarks.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.